into our championship day here at Street League. Sal Masakela and Felix Arguelles. We're heading into the big section, and we're in an unprecedented situation. Nigel Houston, 9.3 points lower than the rest of the leaders of the field, and he's never been this far behind heading into the big section. For more on that, we go to Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't bail in the line section. All season, he only bailed maybe once, and the truth of the matter is he's never been this far behind, and this is Chris Cole, you know, one of his biggest, strongest sections, not to mention Sean Malto never misses up in here, so, but he does have the tricks, and the reality of it is this is truly what it's about. $200,000 and the title of Street League champion. If he wants it, he's got to go out and earn this one, because these guys aren't going to give it up.
Indeed, they're not. And we take a look at the Bill My Parents Big Money leaderboard. These are the guys heading into the big section, and the only ones that have a shot today at this unprecedented $200,000. Sean Malto, the silent killer, is in the lead, followed by Chris Cole, Chaz Ortiz, Nija, Paul Rodriguez, and Mikey Taylor. And it's really anyone's game heading into this big section. What do you think, Felix?
I mean, there's so many variables. Two of the highest scoring big section skaters are present. One of the most consistent big section skaters is present. And then Chaz Ortiz would probably want to come back for that loss he had.
Here comes Mikey Taylor.
Starts off solid with the make. But Chaz Ortiz and Malto, they got a personal thing up there as well.
Pressure is on. 200,000 on the line. 7 attempts here in the big Texas. 6
Huge
guys.
Switch backside 5-0 grind.
And Paul making it look like he was asleep.
I mean, for all the previous contests that he's had a lackluster performance, this is the platform for him to make that difference right now.
What we said, Nija has never started the big section this far behind.
Nollie frontside board slide's a great way to start catching up, though, Sal. That's probably going to be about as basic as we're going to see Nija go in the big section.
Oh, he looks focused, man.
He's looking up, doing his math. Chaz Ortiz coming in. Kickflip front board.
How about that? We just take a sip of this water, we'll put it down. Oh, it's my turn to go? We just kickflip front board this thing off the bat.
You know, that water was nice and cold, Sal. Put him right in first place with the kickflip front board.
Now, Chris Cole, obviously, the big section is a strain for him.
Woo! Puts the backside 270 to lip down.
And DC Cam putting it into perspective, but consistency has been an issue for Chris in the big section. 67% has been the best he's done.
I mean, he gets an 8.9 and moves him into first place. When you're taking these really big risks, sometimes the consistency, you know, it's not there. Highly advised, though, to be consistent in this section, though, because it hurts when you bail.
Sean Malto came into the big section, our leader.
Staying according to plan right there with a Nollie 5-0. He's probably going to be our most consistent guy up there. Thing is, he's going to need some explosive tricks to really nudge these guys out if the other guys stay on their board.
Well, here's the monster winning formula for the big section. You got to be fearless. You got to put it all on the line. You got to be comfortable on these big oversized obstacles, and you got to land these tricks when it matters most. And in this case right now, every attempt matters most. We're vying for a championship.
I mean, 6 skaters up. They all made their tricks. Let's go into the second round right here.
Mikey Taylor.
Ooh, oh, man. Here's where the pressure kind of plays a part in it. He lands off that Nollie board slide with a little bit too much weight leaning forward, gets a wheel bite. Tough break for Mikey.
There you see Paul deep in meditation prayer.
Face is so focused. Oh, that switch triple grind started perfectly in place and then started to work its way over the rail. Gets real scary. That rail's long and tall.
In Glendale, Arizona, we had a round rail on the big section, square rail in this section. What's the difference?
Well, you see, if the rail would have been round, Paul could have possibly worked his way back into the position he needed, but Nigel Houston just blew my mind right now with a kickflip backside lip slide. You know, square rail's a little bit more of a difficult place to be if you're not locked in perfectly. been too much impact for Chaz Ortiz right there on that backside flip. All these bails are going to come back to haunt these dudes.
Look at the focus on Chris Cole's face.
Oh, man, Sal. I think right there, that's a telltale sign that we're going to see Coles win.
He wants a win so bad. He said he's going to do whatever he needed to get it
Chris
done.
Cole joins the 9 club.
9.2 for Cole.
From that 180 to switch feeble grind to forwards, I just call it the Cole grind. Ollie nose grind.
Jean Malto has landed every single trick since the tech section. Line and big, he's flawless so far.
That's the way he skates. Somebody else's mishap is going to be a perfect opportunity for Malto if he continues with this path.
What does Mikey Taylor need to do, especially since he's sitting on a goose egg on his last attempt?
I mean, he needs to go big right here. He also needs to make some stuff, but if he can pull out that switch when he needed a front feeble that he won the best trick section once before with, that's going to score him some big points and could maybe put him in contention for the win.
7 attempts. 7 attempts here, guys.
Paul's face is so focused. Oh, man. Once again, the switch crook falls out of place. Could be a factor that rail being square instead of round. He has to totally stay on the side of it to stay locked in position.
Nyjah needs a make. Just over 12 points out.
Oh, man, that's going to get judged a little poorly. But he did land kind of sketchy.
You can see him looking up.
2.5. That's probably Nyjah's lowest big section score ever besides a bail. Got to make these tricks perfect. Outside feeble grind. Chaz got kickflip front feebles. He's going to have to pull that out if he wants to give these guys a run for the money. That frontside feeble grind is not going to be enough for the win. Definitely better than a bail. And definitely a solid make right there with the 4.5, moving him into 3rd place, but he's really going to have to pull the stops out.
You can see up at the top of your screen, with that 9.2, Chris Cole is our new leader, and he would like to put some insurance on that with a big front blunt slide.
I'm telling you, Sal, this is the day, I think. He's in his zone right now. What normally would have been a bail, maybe in a different environment, a different headspace, Chris Cole pulling out all the stops, 7.4 for that frontside blunt. You can't shake him off his board today, Sal.
Focused as can be.
Malto sticking to plan A. Nollie backside 5-0 grind. If Chris Cole stumbles a little bit, Malto's going to be there to gain that ground.
Oh, 3 attempts down. Nuts. Want to know how Chris Cole and Mikey Taylor approach each section of the course? Go to streetleague.com/DC Shoes for an interview with the both of them. We'll be back. That he wants this championship with flawless skating for the last couple sections. And we get it into our 4th attempt right now with Mikey Taylor.
Mikey Taylor's gonna have to pull out some big stuff here, Sal. I'd love to see that switch 180 to front feeble. You know, I don't know if Nollie 50 is gonna cut it. There's a lot of leaderboard to make up right there and only 4 attempts. In that position, you know, you need to see some bails ahead of you as well.
Hey, you can get involved in the Street League conversation. Follow us on Twitter. Go to twitter.com/StreetLeague.
Paul
Let
Rodriguez
us know your thoughts.
has some ground to gain as well. I mean, I'd love to see a switchback tail. I'd love to see a switch 50, switch flip to 50. There's that switch crooked grind. It's a good way to start. Gets so critical here, Sal. The risk they got to take, it kind of makes me nervous.
Well, yeah, I mean, you see he was 27 points down. So he needs to land every trick. He's got to hope for the guys on top to get misses.
Nyjah's been known to make up some ground here, Sal.
He's
that backside 270 to lip slide is going to put some points on the board.
He's come from behind before, but even for Nyjah, it might be too much.
Never know what a couple bails can do. Big flip backside lip slide. That's how Chaz needs to skate the rest of this final. And he also has to hope for a couple bails. You never want no one to get hurt. but you probably have a couple silent chants. Bam, bam, bam.
Talk to me about the difference between strategies of Chris Cole, who's all out, and Sean Malto, who's just sort of steady as he goes.
I mean, oh, there you go. Chris Cole, a kickflip to frontside 50-50. You know, flipping your board on this big and critical of obstacles, that's, you know, that's taking some risk. Now, Sean Malto has been slow and steady with some nollie moves. Right there, nollie nose grind. Stylish, controlled, and great scoring moves just above par. You were referring to the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah. And there you go, just like that. Chris Cole's bail, Sean Malto capitalizing on that, and now